Tantra is an ancient Indian way of engaging in sexuality without losing consciousness, but growing in consciousness through it, bringing consciousness into something that usually would make you unconscious. And the simple thing is to become the observer at any stage, so that you, let's say the sexual impulse arises for whatever reason, you see something or think of something or someone rather, to bring awareness to it without needing to take it anywhere, to bring awareness to it and just feel it and sense it and be the awareness for it. And if you're with another person, not necessarily engage in the full act of sexuality, but even if it's just touching, to be aware with that, bring awareness to that, to the sense perceptions, so that awareness arises even as the impulse is there. You meet it with awareness. And that's a beautiful spiritual practice, and then you don't always need to take it to the end. You can actually enjoy it more than when it takes you over and makes you unconscious. I called it an addiction. It really becomes a true addiction when it takes over your mind and then compulsively seek sexual partners, in which case it really pulls you towards more and more unconsciousness, and becomes it's one of the ways in which the mind seeks fulfillment and never finds it. And that's where the song implies, I can't get no satisfaction. If there's a sexual impulse, let's say you look at a man or a woman and there's a slight sexual impulse, you can just be with that. And that's the beginning of Tantra. Just be allowed to watch the beauty of it, the male form, the female form, and be aware. And at any stage, bring awareness to it. This applies to anything that tends to make you unconscious, any strong urge. If you like, let's say, overeating, if that is your urge, if you can bring awareness to the impulse of wanting to eat before acting on it, that is Tantra too. Anything that usually pulls you to unconsciousness, when you bring awareness into it, you actually use it in your growth of awareness. The very thing that before made you unconscious can then be used and make you more conscious. So you're not fighting it as such. Awareness never fights it. Awareness is really the space in which it arises, because you're not fighting against it, you're not pushing it down. Don't do that with sex, because they've tried that for hundreds of years. Ascetics, religious practices, pushing it down, it makes it far worse, because then it seeks channels that are actually quite destructive. Because sexuality is such an enormous urge, you can't push it down. Whatever the impulse is, awareness is the answer, not fighting against it.